the depths of Nephilia, he began his tale. A rebel soul who dared to challenge the veil.
Welcome to Tybalt's Apprentice. We are going to try to take a deep dive into Tron. Well, not diving so much into it as diving into playing it. This was originally, I think, a build by Krim initially, but this came to me by way of, well, he goes by Master of Flicking Cardboard on Instagram. So that's where I first became aware of this. You may have seen this deck before. It's new to me, and it requires that you get a lot of mana on the board just as fast as you can, and ultimate, some planeswalkers. You know how I feel about planeswalkers, but I'm playing them anyhow. So, we won't need to revisit that again. You can see where we're going with this. We got a couple of force. We're going to get a couple of Llanowar elves on the battlefield. Planewide Celebration is what we're trying to cast, but it has a few new cards, a few old cards. Mostly, well, they're new to me. Let me correct that. They're new to me cards. This has been around for a while. I don't like seeing them kill my mana dorks like that, but I'll just replace it with another one and drop a couple of lands on board. Azusa, Lost But Seeking, excellent card to have in here. Obviously gets you more mana on here. You're going to need to ramp at the beginning of this, which is kind of like duh. But this deck does have poor matchups, and I will tell you right now, spoiler alert, I do not win every game that I play here, but I get some good ones along the way. I get several good ones. In fact, I think the good ones outweigh the bad ones. But what we're going to see is pretty straightforward. We're going to add lots of green ramp to get a planeswalker on the board, and we're going to have a little bit of protection here from Tamiyo if we need it. This is another card, this land, that's useful in taking out small threats, but be very, very careful, as I am not. You'll see me just ramping this up and putting a bunch of counters on it. You want to take out specific things, so it needs to be strategic. At this point, I'm getting my... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Anything that's one color or more, let's get rid of it. Oh, or I can get rid of my Planeswalker, but most importantly, I got rid of their thing. As I was saying about the land only takes out a single CMC cost. So don't go nuts and just proliferate it like you may see me do, or may not, in some of these games. We're just going to keep ramping, so that if we get it, we do have Ugin in here, and we do have Ulamog. So, all right, we've got a little bit of way of protection, but we'll take it. We can take damage in this deck. It tends to have an explosive turn or two in it, so we don't have to be afraid for our life total. Usually it's going to happen quick. It's going to be either quick or slow. You're going to take a little bit of damage and get low and have an explosive turn where you come back and you get indestructible blockers. Indestructible? Yeah, indestructible. I don't know why that sounded weird to me when I said it. You're going to find in some of these games that having a land that changes to a creature is going to be useful. Interesting that they threw their land in front of it. As soon as I saw that, oh, I think I'll protect that. Thank you very much. As soon as I saw their land on board, I expected them to pull some shenanigans where they made that thing a indestructible angel of some sort, but no, that's not what they're playing. Yeah, making this a creature again, getting a swing in, get that life total. Oh, well, we had planned on getting our life total down a little bit more, but we just aren't pulling our planeswalkers right now. But that's okay. Learning the deck, learning how the Massacre Girl. Are you serious? Well, that's fine. And they get to put that on the bottom of their library. I'm not giving up at this point. taking it in stride, leaning into it. Let's get this up to enough to take out Massacre Girl. How about that? They seem to be in top deck mode. I can go to top deck mode, no problem. Yeah, I had to count up the CMC on that. All right, a little bit more. And let's see where we go from here. What are they waiting for? What am I waiting for? It's the longest 30 seconds ever, and I was playing it at double speed. So, what are they going to put out there? Oh, their own Azusa Lost But Seeking? That's interesting. All right, so does that bother me? I don't care about that. That's fine. That is fine. I'll take another hit. It's all right. Life is a resource, but let's make sure that we don't take any more after this. I think this is when I realized that I only take out a specific CMC, so handle with care. Down to 11. I like seeing that. Need a little bit more mana. Let's put this on the board. Let's put this on the board. We've got a blocker now. And should be able to do that next turn, right? 8 mana, 8 CMC. Yeah, I think we're all right. I think we're going to do fine this game. Swinging in for the kill. It's not the kill. Swinging in for some damage, but that's fine. We're going to block here. We're actually going to let Massacre Girl in because I just don't trust him. And there we go. That's what we're looking for. Can you stop it? If you can't, that's too bad for you. And going to clear the board. And yep, everything goes away. If they have an answer for it, I'll be sad. But you know what? That's less than 3. We will just start building him right back up. And I think that's how we take down the first game. Down to 7 life. So, like I said, don't worry about your life total. You're going to see pretty quickly whether you're going to win the game or not. And this has been the big thing for me is don't play into a dead game. Don't waste your time. If I see that I'm not going to win with this, I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to take it seriously. Let's move on to the next game. There's no money on the line. It's fine. This protects just in case they have an Elder Spell or something ridiculous. I don't see necessarily a need for the Shriner or Nyx, not in this first game. Yeah, so it's in there for a reason. I've been assured of that. So, let's see. Yeah, we'll do this. And another fun thing is to play with Morph a little bit. It's interesting. Let's put a couple of creatures out here. We're gonna get to experience the whole range of this deck. Sure, that's fine. -4 that, and it just swoops right back into my hand. So I can play that next turn to get more card draw. I like it. Oh, that. While I love Liliana, I am not happy to see her right now. All right. Let's take her out. Oh, heroic intervention. Maybe I won't take her out then. Okay, that's fine. It's gonna make me sacrifice cards. That's creatures. That's all right. Go ahead, draw my card like I said I would. And well, it's not what I wanted to see per se, but I do have a little bit of protection. Not going to be protected from sacrificing though. And oh, or that. Well, yes, that I can protect it from. Oh wait, that was useless, wasn't it? Bankbuster. Sure. Yeah, they are going to make us work for every bit of this. Okay, discard a card. And yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's do this. And now, let's do this. New to using this, and so I foolishly decided that I had to play all 4 modes of it. No, don't play all 4 modes. That's a rookie move. And a poor move. That's just a dumb move. Proliferate. Proliferate is what you're looking for there. Play all 4 modes, proliferate. Let's alt that, and I believe this game is coming to a close very quickly now. Let's get all of our triggers, make sure that we get all the land on board, get all our permanents on board. We'll swing in for a little bit of damage, and I'm pretty sure they understand the game is over. So like I said, this is a deck that has been around for a while. It's new to me. Maybe if you're new here, you should consider subscribing. Subscribing. That was a horrible, horrible segue.
Maybe you should consider speech therapy.
Maybe I should consider speech therapy. No comments from the peanut gallery. All right, so now to the next game. It may not be as thrilling as this one was, assuming that was thrilling. But you see how this goes. Get as much mana on the board as fast as you can. I want to cast that Ugin, and I want to cast him quickly. I need Nissa to do that, though. She is the real enabler, and I don't really think we got to see enough of her in the last game. Maybe we'll get to see more of her in this one. Anyhow, 2 lands. Put those in the hand on the battlefield. Azusa lost Seeking. Will that be play 2 lands a turn? We might even hardcast him this time. Oh, they're going to find something to stop us. Well, I don't like seeing that. Life is a resource, but block when you can. Don't lose life unnecessarily. Let's drop this. We can put her on board, drop another land card, and we have some protection for it if we need it. What kind of card do you think they went and got? Leave it in the comments below. I think what they got doesn't matter. That's what I think. I think they see the writing on the wall and are about to bounce out. Of course, I have foresight, so I knew that was coming. All right, so a couple of easy victories. That wasn't necessarily a teaching moment, though you did get to see how it should run if you don't get your Planeswalkers and you don't get your Nissa. Now, I clearly said that I do not win every game, and this is probably not the best example, but let's get this on the board now, and we'll put another forest on the board next turn. There we go. Let's drop this. And wow, I just terrified them. I just scared them right out of their wits. On to the next game. I assure you, not all the games go as easily as that. Like I said, there are bad matchups that you should watch for. You'll know them when you see them. You'll very quickly find them. Life gain can be a problem. Red deck wins can be a problem sometimes. Not all the time, though, so play it out. Don't just bail because you see something and think you're going to lose to it. This deck can come from behind. It is incredibly resilient. I do not like them taking things off the board like that. Let's start building this up. What do we have here? Battles. Oh, that's another nice thing. You can proliferate their battles. So you can slow that down sometimes. Let's get this on the board. He's going to make the other Planeswalkers easier to cast. You can take that off the board since they don't seem to be doing anything else. Do not like that. I do not like alchemy cards. I've probably said that more than once, but anyhow. Let's see. Drop this. So lost but seeking. That's not going to get us anything. This does have a reach. That is one of the good reasons to keep this card in here late game. It will buy you a turn or two. This will not be one of the games that we win. Spoiler. Sorry about that. but you pretty much can see. You're not going to have to sit through it the way that I did. They just go out of control making these tokens, and there's just nothing. So, sad face. I am not going to draw into anything that's going to let me win. Now, this is a mistake I made. I thought I could get rid of everything that CMC or lower. There is no CMC on these. I have no way of winning this game. I'm out of there. I'm getting confused with Gaze of Granite. Gaze of Granite is a phenomenal card, and I think highly underutilized. That's a decent starting hand. Yeah, Gaze of Granite is a fun one that I use in Commander a lot to great effect. Let's put this on the board, get it past the untap phase. I thought about spelunking in here, but really it probably doesn't need. I'm probably not the one to make improvements to this deck. Anything else might slow it down. So maybe don't listen to me when I say, "What? How dare you? I want her on the field. I want her because she lets me play more lands. I should have punched him in the face for one for that." What? All right, that's fine. I think I can handle that. All right. What is this gonna do? Yeah. This is nice. Let's get this on the board. Let's. It's nicer than I thought it was. That's a happy face. Yes, I'll take that victory. Moving on to the next one. I can't believe you're still here. Like I said, if you've stayed this long, leave a comment and tell me if you do like the longer form videos of the arena play. I stopped doing them for a while. I started just doing best of 3. This lets me look for a card, and I don't see a land card. I really wanted to land. Let's drop this. Yeah, so going back to this longer form video and arena, I'm sure you're not watching this on one setting. Hopefully you're watching it long enough to get some good ideas and come back and finish the rest of it. I've finally realized how to use that. I probably should have saved it till there was a little bit more on the board and make a better decision. I am panicking at this point because I'm seeing so very much colorless stuff on the other side of the board. But this is a good reason to use this indestructible land because it gives you an indestructible blocker. I do not like Karn. I don't like Planeswalkers. We said this, right? I really don't like that Phyrexian flippin' engine. This probably is going to be where my spirit is broken, and I'm deciding at this point that I am not going to work my way through this game because there is too much that they could do. I probably should have. I don't know if I even should have bothered with that. Let's put this on the board. Let's do this. Put a creature out there. If they can wipe the board, yeah, there it is. That's the engine that I hate. Yeah, I've got to sack stuff, destroy stuff. There's 3 things. Goes away. Karn. Yeah, I probably should have given up at this point, but I wanted you to see everything, warts and all. And into another Karn. Yeah, I really don't. I don't like these cards. Instead of not liking the cards, though, I should deal with them because they're not going away anytime soon, and learn to play better. I think that's probably that's the thing. The lesson that should be taken away from this is get good, right? I stick with this mainly because I want to learn and see what the cards do, and that's something to keep in mind when you're playing. Learn from the experience. You don't actually learn from your successes. You learn from your failures. Again, I have not figured out and have not learned from my failure of using that planet-wide celebration yet. I'm spreading it out over 4 different modes. Duh. Dump everything into Proliferate, swing on him, and I maybe could have had this. Wow, Meteor Golem into destroying Nissa. How dare he? And then cast another Karn? Yeah, well, I am taking this one to the end. Since these games, I've played this a lot more, and I've gotten better at spotting those games that I'm not going to come back from. But at this point, it was still my first 4 or 5 times playing it. I have another Nissa. I can play her at some point. I can play her right now, actually. Let's do that. Let's put out another indestructible blocker. But that's not who he's going to win. He's just going to take me apart piece by piece. I wish he wouldn't play with his food. Just kill me. Swing in. I could possibly, if I wasn't distracted by those planeswalkers, maybe I should have just swung into him and put all of my resources. Yeah, I don't care if I lose that. Put all of my resources towards destroying him, but whatever. He's going to block. Get a little bit of damage in. This game is going on a lot longer than I expected it to. And with that, doesn't help that he's playing much of the same thing that I am, but that flying pretty much ends it. Yeah, that ends everything. So at this point, don't think there's really anything new to be shown here. Drawing cards isn't really going to give me anything too exceptional. Swing in. Everything goes to it. Kill one more planeswalkers. Just kill one. No. There, I quit. I give up. Definitely a good deck to play, a good one to learn with. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. So, a startable hand. Got a first turn play, a second turn play, going into possibly getting that Planeswalker on the field very quick. We'll take Azusa. I maybe should have taken something else that turn. Because she really only matters if she winds up in your hand naturally, I think. And you have a handful of lands, because really she doesn't do much after that. She will allow me to lay the lands down if I get them, but we've moved on from the beginning, opening to the mid game, and she doesn't do a lot to help you in the mid game or end game. I don't really feel like she does anything to close it out. Wow. What is going on there? Let's do this. That's going to be a little bit. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And they're just dumping the lands on the field. This might turn out to be a more interesting game than I expected at the beginning. All right, we get rid of him. What happens? Lands come back. Gains life. Interesting. I should mess around with land. Well, maybe we're going to see a fine example of a landfall deck. Let's get his. Yeah, let's get Ugin here. Let's get him. Let's get rid of that. What happens when that dies? Lands come back. Look at that life total skyrocketing. Hits the board. All right, we're going to put another creature on the board. Just keep swinging. And reading all of our modes, making sure we're using the most efficient ones that we can. And where are we going here? What is he trying to... okay. So, yeah. That's a thing. Drawing a couple cards. Swinging in. Sure, I'll block with these creatures that turn into lands. And, all right. What's the best mode here? 1, 2, or 3? All right. I can't decide. I'm taking a long time to choose. Let's do this and get rid of that, because I don't want that enchantment there. I can put blockers on the field all day long. And oh, look, I can do a mode more than once. Oh my gosh. That's the final. You stuck around this long for just to watch me learn that. I can't believe it. Slow learner, but a learner nonetheless, right? Like I said, this is all teachable stuff. And if you pay attention, yeah, you can learn something. The deck list will be in the show notes, of course. And yeah. Oh, all right. That's interesting. Get rid of it all. Bring them all back. Oh, scape shift with the bounce lands. Interesting. Oh, man. Interesting. I'm completely distracted now thinking about ways of using scape shift with these lands. Huh. All right. Yeah. Well, like I said, I can make blockers for days. And just keep putting things in. Oh, there's Nissa. There's my little sweetheart. Let's do this. Yeah. I do not like seeing that happen. So we're going to get rid of that. Let's put Nissa down. Let's get another land here. Another creature. Let's make sure that we have all the blockers that we need. And how long before he's going to give up? That life total seems pretty good. I don't see what their win condition is. Yeah. I don't see what their win. I should be concentrating on my win condition, not theirs. But oh, sure, Memorial Folly. Bring that back up into the hand. Put that on the board. Throw away some lands. Mill some stuff. Sure, you just keep right on swinging, and I'll just keep right on blocking and putting the cards in my hand. Let's do this and get rid of that. All right, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that was, but let's do this. Get some more lands. I did say that Azusa wasn't good in late game, but she can be depending on the matchup that you got. My life total is not too shabby. Oh, nice. It's been modified though, so that's a little something. I oh man, I don't want to complain about Wizards of the Coast, but how can you not? They give you so many things. These electronic cards, cards that don't exist, those are a waste of my time. Um, at least that's how I feel about it. Yeah. All right, so they're going to get in some damage on the Planeswalker. That's fine. I seem to be drawing into whatever's good, right? Let's do this. Get a creature. Let's do this. Let's get rid of that Meat Hook Massacre. Yeah, is it just laziness on the design team? Is it Hasbro rushing them to put things out? I mean, I don't, as much as I complain about this stuff, like, I don't, oh, that's a sweet one to slide underneath there. I don't have animosity towards anybody at Wizards that this is their job. I don't, any of the workers, let's just say that, any of the workers. Management blows, though. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Yikes. I do not like seeing the Scoot Swarm, and I know that's why they held out as long as they did. But you know what the problem with Scoot Swarm is? It's making copies of itself. And with that, let's get all the land on the field that we're going to ever use. Let's get this up to a respectable number, and that is 3 CMC, and that is every Scoot and every Swarm that they've got. Bankbuster, and yeah, where are we at here? How long before they give up now? They've just seen their win condition go away. What they were sure was going to keep them alive. Yeah, I think that was it. With all the things that they had on the board, they were just hoping to get a Scoot Swarm and just go wide and run me over. But now we know that's not going to happen. They might still draw into another one. They may have more, but from the way they're roping, that tells me that their spirit is broken. They have seen the magnificence that is Tron and are going to, if not give up, they're just going to run the clock out. Anyhow, the deck list is below. I can't believe you guys stayed here this long to listen to me yammer. I appreciate that immensely. Throw a like down below if you like this video, this longer form. Comment, tell me what you would like to see in the channel as we go forward. And yeah, look for some more exciting collaborations coming here soon. Check me out on Instagram. As always, I'm here on YouTube. You know, if you can't support your local game store or you don't have a local game store, shop Seller Dark Ritual on TCGplayer. And there we go. I love seeing that victory. Thanks for watching.